Hello and welcome back to another episode of Monday Shots. I'm your host Khyati, and today we have with us a truly dynamic leader whose journey spans the Indian Navy, global shipping houses, and now the boardroom as CEO of Netbulk. Our guest, Miss Anupama Chauhan, is a chartered accountant in Singapore and a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. With academic roots in finance and system management, she brings over 2 decades of diverse experience, ranging from serving into the logistic cadre of the Indian Navy to working with global players like P-Suns and Vasi Shipping, and now leading business expansion and dry bulk operations at Netbulk. She's not only scaled international offices but also built a reputation for her expertise in chartering and strategic growth. Ms. Chauhan, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on Monday Shots. Welcome to the show and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Kathy. It's an absolute pleasure, of course, and it's wonderful to see that you and Bainbridge and Deepak and team have taken this initiative to reach out to a community which is normally a bit hidden. Yeah, but it's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you for your time. And without any further ado, I'm gonna start my questions because I'm very excited today to know a lot about you. So, to
Sure.
kick things off, I would love to hear about your professional journey so far and what led you to your current role.
All right. Okay. So the you see the seeds of my journey were sowed long time back when I was a kid. So a quick intro of my family. My dad was an Indian Navy veteran, and he's also an awardee of Nausena Medal Gallantry for the 1971 war. And my brother is a retired colonel from Indian Army who had fought in the Kargil War. So you can imagine the life of a Fauji is what came very naturally to me. So you see, Indian Defence Forces had started recruitment of women for the first time ever in 1992. It was met with overwhelming response from all over India, with applications running into millions. That's what we were told. And without an iota of a doubt, I applied at the next chance. And then I got called for SSB, which is the Service Selection Board, cleared that, and made the merit list to join the second course of Short Service Commission officers. I lived my dream. I mean, it was amazing. And from there, life took me to commercial world of shipping, predominantly with trading houses. I've been in industry for over 20 years now. The final twist to the story happened in 2021 when world was reeling from COVID. My husband, who runs his own business, the flagship being Netbulk, which had started as a shipping and commodity trading house, was growing and branching out business into many other areas and regions. So he asked me to take the leap of faith and join him. So we very proudly now look at this mini empire which has been created and stands under the flagship of SNB Group, with headquarters in Singapore and main operating office in Dubai. We have presence in other countries as well, activities ranging from commodity trading, family office management, real estate investments, financial market portfolio, clean and green investments, that's the latest edition, and of course, shipping. In fact, to match the job requirement as a CEO of the group, I was forced to upskill and ended up enrolling for and then eventually qualifying as a chartered accountant. Studies at this age, not an easy task, but definitely worth it. Yeah.
Great, great to know, ma'am. And like I must say, army families do fascinate me a lot. And it's a very, it's good to hear that you are from an army background. A lady who comes from an army background is really great. So all the very best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much.
moving ahead.
Yeah.
So you started your career in the Indian Navy, as you told, and then transitioned into commercial shipping. So how was the journey for you? What similarities did you find between the two worlds, and what challenges also?
Okay. So you see, after a very interesting 7 years with the Indian Navy, it was time to transition into, as the Fauji's say, the world of CVs. So a friend of a friend had recommended that a trading company is looking for someone to manage their shipping. In my head, I heard the word shipping and I said, how different could it be? Well, you see, the similarities ended at the gangway of the ship. Everything was different, and it was start of literally a new chapter for me. Lots of learning happened in the process. The jargons, the drivers, understanding markets, and it was so different from my previous life in uniform. But once a friend had remarked, like, you can take the girl out of the navy, but not the navy out of the girl. So it was pretty much the fact. The lessons I was imbibed with in discipline, honor, pride of work, desire for excellence, and they were pretty much the same on the other side of the gangway. Ship shape had the same meaning, and actually that became my self benchmark. No standard lower than ship shape was expected of me and from those who worked with me. You should know this, that the least a ship does is build your character. So whether on sea or shore, it steels you up.
Great to know. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So you have worn many hats throughout your career. So which role has been the most challenging for you and what made it so?
Sometimes I think I was cursed to walk the path less traveled. When as a child, I was asked about my ambition. You won't believe it. I would say without hesitation, I wanted to be a housewife. I mean, my husband still thinks I made up this story. But yet, I would find myself defying when I was told, this is not for girls. Um, Sometimes life throws challenges at you, and sometimes you throw yourself at challenges. I'm surely from the second category. It's tough to say which role was difficult. Um, Honestly, all the roles I've managed have some level of path setting, finding my way in the dark. The only way it became all worth it was that the path thus laid stayed for others to walk on with much more ease. The difficult part, more or so for up until my generation of women, was balancing family and office. I mean, the women of our era had stepped out to make a mark in the workforce, and yet we were not completely freed up of our traditional roles as house managers, especially when children were young, and for many of us there were no readily available extended family structure to lean upon. So when your career starts challenging not just you but your family and your children, is when it becomes the toughest. So I'm very happy to see, in fact, now it's a delight to see a change in society nowadays and norms of family structure where the responsibilities are more spread out. This is a fantastic and much needed transformation.
So as a woman in the shipping industry, do you think that women face more challenges than the normal person? Do you think
Yeah,
so?
I guess. I mean, if you look at the statistics as per survey, the challenges come in form of limited job opportunities and certificate and qualification challenges, inadequate maternity packages, family responsibilities. We can list out the challenges, on their own, but if you see closely, they stem from one root cause, which is gender discrimination and presumption. So, in my personal opinion, this is the snake's head. So, however, having said that, we do need to realize the discrimination it is not just which is man-made. It is the one made by nature too. I'm trying my best to be diplomatically correct here, but you see, honestly, physiologically, women are usually not at the same level when compared with men. So the nature of work on board a ship, even with all the modern technology, it's still quite physically challenging. And I will certainly not deny that today's women have shown they too are prepared and possess the skill and resilience and drive to face the challenges of such roles. I won't deny that at all. However, the percentage of such individuals could be lower in women as compared to men. I mean, uh, that's how it seems to be. But hence, it may be, it will be tough to expect a huge proportional change between number of men working on ships versus the women working on ship. Um, but that's not the point. The problem is that we can conquer this discrimination to a large extent, the man-made discrimination to a large extent, if the women always have the freedom to choose. And of course, they'll have to prove their worth, but they do have the freedom to choose shipping as a career. The preconceived notion of discounting someone just because they are not the right gender, that's what needs to change at all levels, and not just shipping, in any sector, in any walk of the world. Yeah, this needs to change.
So, do you think that women are fairly representative in the commercial shipping, or is there a long way to go still?
Yeah, a long way to go. Yes. I'll give you three examples. The first one is, have you heard of the term bunkers? It means oil fuel. I mean, that's how we use it nowadays, right? But you know where it all came from? It derives from the age of steamships, where coal was used as fuel, and the storage of the coal was called bunker. But we still use the word. And two, we still print three sets of original bills of lading, right? And the third is, it's the most difficult to maneuver and change course of is a ship, right? So this shows when compared to others, Navy finds it extremely difficult to change its so-called norms. I mean, it's very difficult to alter course. So if I look back, my dad after his Indian Navy days, he had joined a merchant company, sailed on board as a chief engineer, and this would be sometime in early 1990s, I think, when I asked him if I could join ships, and he replied with a simple, "No, it's not possible." So now here we are, almost 35, 36 years later. And if I'm not wrong, as per BIMCO 2021 Seafarers Report, women represent only 1.2% of the global seafarers force. So it took 3.5 decades to inch from almost zero to 1.2%, right? But this still represents a positive trend in gender balance, because most of the growth has happened only recently. So from 2015 to now, the numbers have they've increased by 45.8%. So that's a good sign. So in nutshell, we do have a long way to go, right? But the good news is the change is much faster now. And especially from Gen Z onwards, I think the pre-definition of roles are quite diluted. And hopefully this will help narrow the gaps.
Well, I really wish that this long way to go, comes pretty soon.
Yes, it's not that long to go. Yeah.
It's not that long to go.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, ma'am, looking ahead, what are your future plans and aspirations, like both personally and professionally? What are your next endeavors?
Ah, okay. See, I've run my marathon, both personally and professionally. This is how I feel today. Or when I look back, like when I was a 20-year-old, fresh out of college, I was wearing my boots, for the journey of life, and was anxious to see how far would I go, how much would I climb. Now, after crossing 50s, I have finally hung my boots, as the expression goes. But when I look back, I can't help but smile at where I am. In the last 30 plus years, knowingly, unknowingly, there have been an acquisition of knowledge and experience, expensive lessons learned. And that collection is something that I do not want to die with me. I mean, that's my happiest moments in future would be if I'm able to reach out and help and educate all those who need it, teach them, guide them, and be some sort of a support pillar in their growth, professionally, personally, whichever way possible. There is no better way of cheating death, than by living forever in happy memories of all those in lives who you make a difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I look forward to. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing, ma'am. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Monday Shots. What an insightful conversation this has been with Miss Anupama Chauhan. Miss Chauhan, thank you once again for joining us and sharing your journey with such honesty and depth. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you for the chance. And it's absolute pleasure meeting another woman in the shipping workforce. All right. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Stay connected with us for more conversations that brings you stories, insights, and perspectives from across the maritime world. Until next time, this is Kathy signing off from Monday Shots.